Today, we are going to talk about the Overgate console. Now, this is by Over the Reality, a metaverse focused primarily on augmented reality experiences where the Overgate console allows you, finally, after a year, I've actually loved and wanted something like this. This is what people have been looking for, a way to bridge the actual scheduling and planning and hosting, managing, and customizing your live augmented reality AR event or experience on the virtual land that you buy on Over the Reality. So we're going to dive into that. If you haven't checked out any of my other videos, I do real deep dives on Over the Reality, how I've purchased, where to find the great deals actually. Okay, for those of you who are just seeing this video for the first time and you have no idea what Over the Reality, let me give you a recap. Over started as OVR.ai and now it's called OVERTHEREALITY.AI. It is a decentralized platform to build, host, and visualize augmented reality and virtual reality experiences. In 2022, there was $1 billion spent on virtual land, which is a tiny, tiny fraction of the $43 trillion real estate market. If scarcity is what sells actual physical real estate, Over the Reality has divided the physical world into 300-meter square hexagon, and they mapped it geographically to the world. It is powered by Ethereum. There is a new world layered on top of the physical world, and this has incredible, incredible future monetary value. We're going to review the Overgate console. So by 2025, there's expected to be $22 billion spent on the augmented reality market. 60% of that is going to be consumer spending and 40% is going to be enterprise. So what this means is that the enterprise, the organizations, the companies, the businesses are going to use things like Overgate console to create not just events, but shopping experiences and businesses and stores. And 60% of the spending is going to be consumers accessing this information and experiences and environments virtually or remotely on a platform like Over the Reality. So if you scroll down, this is a blog post, by the way, on Over the Reality. It's one of the newest, and you can scroll down and let's just go straight to it. Click populate over with your events. So this brings you to the Overgate console where you can host, manage, and customize your own live AR events. Now I'm going to walk through not so fast and download the Windows version for the first time on my PC here, and we're going to go through the installation together. Click on download Windows version. It will download a zip file that we will unzip and we will install. So for those of you who don't know how to unzip a file, you right click on it and you basically say extract all. And then you say where you want it to extract the content to. And once you extract all the contents of the information into a folder, you're going to be left with the single file to click on, and that is called Overgate console. And you can tell it's the correct one to click on because under the type, it shows application. Sorry for everyone who's super techie, but sometimes you just need a basic explanation of how to do things. All right, so we're gonna double click on the Overgate console application, which is gonna begin the installation like it would be any application you would install on your Windows computer. I, of course, have a lot of security on my computer, so it's asking me whether I actually wanna run it, and I do, so I say run anyway. You might not get that notification. So I clicked on the login button, and it says, warning. This is a beta version. Once you log in with a Relator account, be sure not to log in to the Over app with the same account. So we are going to create a separate login and password than the one you use for OVERTHEREALITY.AI. Once you create another account on Over the Reality, go back to the Welcome to Overgate console and log in with the username you created and the new password. And we land on this page, which is choose the land where magic happens. Select a land. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to select the drop-down demo and say, let's start. Now, something to note, if I were to go back a screen and instead of selecting demo, I were to have had all the lands that I would have purchased inside the account. Now note that I actually created a second account on OVR, on Over the Reality, because it's beta, because if I used my original login where all my lands are there, I don't want it to mess anything up. So currently I didn't have any other lands to choose from, so I had to choose beta. But if I were to buy a couple lands in this beta account of OVR, then it would have shown up. So I'll probably go ahead and do that so I can experiment with my own lands. But basically the beta is showing you that it's as if you chose a land that you purchased, and this is your augmented reality experience you already had someone create and put on here. Okay, so this looks really cool, but just know that this is a hexagon piece of land NFT that you purchased on Over the Reality, that was in your wallet, that you chose to select, and you had someone build something for you that you put on this virtual land, because this beta is showing it as if all that already happened. And that's just something really important to know, because you come out here and you're like, oh, this looks amazing, I can host an event. But in reality, you're going to purchase a piece of land as an NFT, and it's going to be blank, okay? And then you're going to have to create something or have someone create something for you and make it look this cool. And then you can create this console account and say, choose one of your lands. And now you can say, let's host an event. Okay, so let's keep going. So if you click audio, you can click this drop down and you can choose any default background audio or upload your own, which is very cool, because I know a lot of people out there have their own music, of course, that you want to make your own background. Well, this was very difficult to do up until this console. I have to say, it was kind of like, how do I do this? This is the big missing link, right? Again, like Over the Reality is all about bridging people from what they do now to what they can do in the virtual world. And this is just another example of that. So you can upload an audio background, which I would actually like to do. I have this intro audio that I use on my videos, and I call it Boba because someone created this for me. It's very cool. And so I'm going to upload that. And then Boba Light is now a choice. If I click play, it says you have to enable live to play the music. Okay. Or line in mic. You can actually use your microphone to just speak in to create audio. Like maybe when someone first enters your event, you're going to, I'm just like thinking on the fly here because we're doing this together for the first time. So I have this piece of land and I'm hosting an event. So maybe you want to do an introduction when people first land on your land. It says, welcome to the Good Side of Crypto event, January 2023. Today we're going to meet and greet each other, those of you who watch the show, whatever, right? So this could be an audio that you record for people, which I think is cool. And also you can add some background music. So here you can turn the microphone on. So let's keep going down here on avatar. This is enable avatar in scene. So of course, let's do that. Stream avatar. Enable Rococo suit. Now enable avatar in scene obviously would be your own avatar in scene, but let's just click off this a second. Okay, so let's just go to user. So you're setting up an event for a team, an individual, a company, or a business. So let's just say you're renting this land and you manage the events. You become a virtual land event manager. This is literally a new position that could be available, because who wants to actually do this, or who doesn't know how to do this? Maybe you just are a wizard and this is super easy like it is right here, but other people don't know that. So you say, I will manage the events. You rent the land and I'll manage the events. You let me know. And then you create like an event sign up sheet that matches the exact options you have inside this console. And that is the sheet that people fill out, businesses, teams, companies, organizations. And then you basically fill in the blanks for what their sign up sheet. You could literally create an online sign up sheet that matches directly to the things that you have to choose from here. People can sign up online for an event on your space. They can pay for that time period and you can manage the event. What they don't know is that you're literally just opening up your console and creating the event line for line what your sign-up sheet asks them. You would ask them what music they want to play in the background. You would ask them, do they want their avatar to show, or everyone's avatar? You would ask about the room setup. So let's just click here a second. Let's just say you can have total users. So these are the people that are going to either log in remotely. And so you're going to say only 25 people can attend this event. The first 25 people who sign up which of course you can create an online sign-up form. One is a sign-up form for the actual event hoster, and the other is to sign up for the event itself. So let's just say 25 people, or 25 people find out about it. First 25 people who enter the room get in. What they allow you to do here is see the host point of view, okay? The host point of view, and if you click down here on the right where these, the 4 arrows, you can actually then just kind of like look around to say, let me analyze this room and how it looks, what are people gonna see? Host point of view, press the escape button to get out of that view on your keyboard, and then that's that. And then the free camera is just allowing you in this demo to see what you would normally see. And again, if you do this arrow, you can kind of like look around. Free demo. Okay, escape. Room link copied to the clipboard. So now you've created the event. You can actually copy the link to this room where this event is being held and actually paste the link to invite users in an email campaign. Let's just say a corporate is doing a team event and you've created this AR experience, you've set up this room, you've set up this event, you're about to host it, and you send this link out, and this is how people can enter the room. And the first 25 people who enter, which by the way, you would end up like, so you're the host, you would have this screen up, and 25 people would then show up here as members. Just real quick, I wanted to show you by just pasting this into my notepad what the link actually looks like. So let's go ahead and paste this link just into the browser to see what someone would see if you sent them this link. It prompts me to download the OVR app. So anyone who enters or clicks the link will need to click it technically from their mobile phone, because they're going to enter the OVR app. Then they will enter the actual land, the NFT that was purchased and used and set up for the event, and they'll enter the event itself that you created. If you are in my membership, I'm actually going to create a console landing page where you can duplicate it, use it, whatever, use it as an example, where you can then use your land and use this quick sign up form for any person, team, corporate, business, anyone who's currently either renting your land or not renting your land and just wants to pay you to have an event set up. You can use this as a sign-up form for the host, okay? So it's a host landing page. This is pretty amazing. In some of my upcoming videos, I'm going to talk about how to start your own virtual store on Over the Reality, the OVR Brains, which is AI on OVR, how to actually rent a piece of land, and we're going to go through the renting process. And also how to combine NFTs to have multiple OVR lands adjacent to each other, be like an NFT container. And then last, I'm going to do a video on full body motion tracking using webcam, which they can do now instead of just the eyes. I respond to all comments, and let me know your favorite metaverse right now in 2023 that you're planning to invest in, whether you are more a VR side person or a AR person. And I will see you next Thursday.
The sun is shining, I knew it would. The world's a playground, I'm in the clouds. Let me show you what it's all about. Check it